he was just Amir was never showed like he'd want to be a teacher. Like, when some people you're like, oh, I could see that maybe. It just came out of the blue. One day he texted me, he's like, yeah, I'm teaching. I'm like, teaching? What?
Awesome, bro. Evolving.
No, I love it. It's good. I just never expected it.
Totally.
He'd be good at it too. He'd be good at it too, for sure.
Hey, Hayden, I'm gonna be honest with you. So this is crazy. This is another crazy episode because it's like MattySpence is really my boy. You feel me, Big H? Like this is really one of my guys right here. And how me and Matt met was very interesting. So I come into Avon sophomore year, and we're living in the same hall. But like we don't really speak to each other all year. Like we
just pass each other.
Hey, look, we guys go to the shower, brush our teeth. You feel me? We don't say anything to each other, but like we're in the same English class. Well, what's his name? Will Cox.
Will Cox, bro. Still kicking, I think.
Shout out Will Cox. You guys in the same English class, and it's like, I was a little joker back in high school. Like I was really performing. Like I was putting on a performance.
That's to say the least.
And Matt was like this guy. Like look at this guy. Like he kind of has an accent. Like where did this guy come from? Like this guy is strange. Like where did this guy come from? Fast forward, junior year. I come back to Avon. I'm moving in, and Matt's one of the first people that I see. And Matt comes to me with like this crazy like energy, like, yo, like, oh, how's your summer? Like, what I'm going, like, what's happening? What's up? And I'm like in my head, I'm saying, mercy, like we weren't even
like that.
We weren't even like that. Like, you're like, hey, like, I like this. Like, this is really my boy. And ever since that moment, Big H, if you see Matt in Avon, you see me. If you see me, you see Matt. And then we got this other guy in Bales. Shout out Bales.
Bro. Oh my God, man.
He's part of our trio. You get what I'm saying?
That's awesome, bro.
And it just branched out. And it's like what I really appreciate about Matt, and I would always thank you, man. And I have a lot of love and respect for you, not only you, but also your family, You showed me, you were the first person to introduce philosophy to me.
Bro, I always say this though, like you say that, but I always thought like we all built off each other. Like I just read a book at the end of the day. Like I just read something and then I was like, oh, let me read more, let me tap into it. But we were all building off each other. Like it was all just building blocks. Like I don't think it was like, oh, I found this and showed you. We were all thinking about it and trying to get to that next level or some thought process that was different than where we were at. And I just happened to like see a quote from someone and it was like, oh, I like that quote. Who said this? And then I delved a little deeper and it was Nietzsche. It happened to be, but like we were all building on each other. So you say that and I'm always like, dude, it was everyone. It wasn't just me.
That's awesome, bro.
Guy's humble, man. Look at this guy.
But that's true, though. That's true.
And, it is, but it was so organic in a way, like it just, like everything just meshed together, if that makes any sense. Like it wasn't really it wasn't forced,
Yeah, that's what I liked about boarding school, bro, because you can't even remember when you got close. Like eventually it'd been like 3 weeks and be like, damn, I'm with this guy every day. It just happened. It was so interesting.
Definitely.
What's up, bro? That shows like those little moments of just like saying hi to someone, introducing yourself, giving someone a compliment. Like that's why I never hesitate to do that stuff,
No, 100%. One of our boys, Aiden, that now that you say that, I used to read us. Yeah, Aiden's Bates. You know Aiden Rooney?
You know Aiden Rooney on track.
Oh, that sounds so familiar. Is he tall?
No, he's definitely not tall.
He's definitely not tall.
Definitely like 5'7".
Yeah.
Wait, do I know him, Amir? What does he look like?
If you see his face, like his.
Well, yeah, Bates is so small. Definitely.
Yeah, he's like Asian guy, good looking guy, like runner, skinny.
Oh yes, yeah.
So I used to read a lot of like manga. It's like some anime shit, and I like then you say that I mentioned it to him once, like one time. This kid was here at the school for like he was here for 1 semester. I only talked to him for the last semester, so for 3 months. I mentioned it to him, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I read that too." Literally from that day on, like Amir with me, we just had this guy in our group for 3 months straight. Literally off, I was like, "Oh yeah, I read that too." He's like, "Same, cool." And then we started talking about it, and we were with each other from then on. It's so that just saying hi, man, just connecting, you build these relationships, and you look back, and you're like, "I only said hi, and this is how it turns out."
Is that like even more? Because there's definitely some of that in college. Is that even like heavier in high school, like private boarding school?
Oh, what do
Like
you?
you say out to someone, like you start hanging out and you said like you randomly just kind of were spending a ton of time with Amir all of a sudden.
Yeah, is that? I would.
Because like in college, it's like you're living together. Once
Yeah,
you're living together, you're spending all your time together. But
I would say it's the same. I would say honestly, I'd say it was just more enhanced because we went to an all boys school. I
yeah,
don't know why, but just throwing like there, it was just more genuine. Because when you throw girls in the mix, we're all trying to do what we got to do, right? So
yeah,
when you had that as we were young, still developing, and it was just pure.
interest.
No one was trying to one up anyone to impress a girl or to do this. It was just like boys being boys and we're friends, and that's all that mattered. And then like
Awesome.
it was just enhanced. That experience was enhanced. Yeah, college, you're living with people, but like I was like actually living in a hallway of like 25 kids.
Hey,
It was
Big H, we guys go to the shower just our towel on, flip flops. You know what I'm saying? Like we guys, it was a brotherhood, man.
and
Yes,
we'd wake up and go to
sir.
5 o'clock, 5:30, we'd be in the gym, eat, class,
Wait, did you
sports,
play
work.
soccer?
Yeah. He was better than me.
Nice.
But I was all right.
Hey, but this was a
Amir,
JV legend right here.
Oh, JV legend. Don't
Hey,
let them talk
hey,
down on
Big
me, bro.
H, this is
Amir's humble.
really one of
Amir's
them.
humble.
Hey, really one of them guys. Because guess what? I have never met a guy who has made the varsity team was told to coach, "Hey, I'm good, man. I don't want no parts. Like I'm straight.
Really?
So,
I'm straight."
Wait, that's wild.
Hey, Big
dude, I
H, I
went to the
said,
coach
"Man,
straight up in
why
front of the
don't you
team.
come and we could play together?" He said, "Bro, like I'm a legend down here. Like I'm good. I'm
Dude, no
great."
dead ass, bro. It was crazy. Bro, it was so funny because like I wouldn't even sometimes like starting. Because like you know the teams that were good in the league, you'd look at the scores. Like you could look at the scores. I'd be like, bro, we beat that last team 3-0. They lost to this team. Like, I'm like, don't even start me. I'm like, I don't even want to start. I'm not playing these kids. We would be
You
0-0 by
you
halftime. I'd
like
be, Coach, put me
winning
in.
or do you like
No,
winning?
winning, bro. I lost like 3 games in 3 years.
There we go.
Winning. It was thrashings. We were giving out
Wait,
thrashings.
so this was senior year. You made the varsity team and you were
I
like,
made the varsity team, I think junior year, sophomore year.
Yeah,
Which one
you
did I make?
made that early, and you was like,
Yeah, I think I made it junior, sophomore year. I can't remember. But I just couldn't because coach was like, you guys actually played in college, I'd imagine. Hey, did you play?
yeah.
Yeah,
I
so you
didn't
played in
play,
college.
but I was on the team. We'll say that.
Yeah, right. And I was like, look, I'm not getting recruited for this shit. I'm not making money off this. I just want a good story to tell.
Yeah.
And that was kind of my prerogative. So I'd rather play 90 minutes in JV. Okay, Julius Caesar said this. Julius Caesar said, I'd rather be first in a village than second in Rome. Like that was my thought process.
Yeah.
Like, I wanted to play. I wanted to have a story.
Want to be the big fish in the little pond, yeah. And
Dude, I was cool, and I was cool with it. I had my 3 months. I was scoring dummy goals, and I loved every second of it. I celebrated like it was fucking La Liga.
Playing
Bro.
striker? You're playing forward?
I was playing forward, bro. I did not run back. You could not see me. I was on the halfway line. I was like, send it to me.
"Hey, Big H, top striker too. Here we class."
Oh, striker. Would you wear 9?
Bro, I wore 22.
Yeah.
I don't even know why.
Hey,
I think I went late to practice and all the numbers were taken because they just gave them out. They just gave
yeah.
them.
In high school, no one even knows that. Like goalkeepers would wear like number 4.
Literally. No, that ass.
Yeah.
yeah,
Hey, let's get right into it, bro. Lovely to meet you, Matt.
No, 100%.
Wait, do you go by Matt or Matthew? Or...
Either or, man. I got bigger problems in my life than Matt or Matthew. You know what I'm saying?
One of our party bats. She's trying to get to the food right now. Trying to get to my food.
I saw you. You got some pasta?
Yes, sir.
Hey, Matty. So Big H lives on a farm, man.
Really?
Vermont. Yeah.
Nice.
Got another one. That's a different one right there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Hey, Big H, you could give us that sweet view. You could give us that sweet view real quick.
Got the acres? Oh, what? I would
Yeah.
actually, dude, the farm's different. I'm getting some acres, dude. I'm telling you. One day I'm
Getting some acres. Oh yeah, Amir was obsessed with this, bro.
Hey,
He's like, how many
Matty,
acres?
you know,
You didn't know what an acre was, right?
nah,
yeah.
nah.
You didn't know what an acre was. And he comes here and he's like, we're talking about stuff, and he's like, oh, what's an acre? I tell him what it is, and then he's like, how many we got here on the farm? Well, first of all, we is a little funny to
I know it's a little embellishment there.
And second of all, I tell him we have like, like 140 or whatever, and he's like, bro,
Damn,
140? Like, how many do I have
140,
at home? Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, probably not one.
bro. And Bermuda is only 140 acres. Like,
Hey, Matty, you should have sold me on the farm, bro. You know, a guy like me,
dude,
I don't really know what I'm doing on the farm, but hey, I ended up on the farm and I was just amazed. Like I was like just stunned the whole trip. Like, hey, eyes popping out of my head, just smiling. Hey, the water tastes so different. It's crazy. Hey, farm eggs.
you would say that though.
It was insane. Like I was like, hey, I'm gonna picture with goats.
So you're legit. It's legit.
Come
You
on,
got
like, I'm really one of them. I'm really one of them.
Yeah.
that's so good. I'm getting acres. You just gotta give me a little time. Let me get my money.
Yes, hey, me too. Me too.
Maybe not 150, but a solid 20.
Yeah,
20,
there we go. All right, man. Well, let's get right into it. All right. So, quote of the day is from Aristotle. Love is composed of a single soul inhabiting two bodies. Do you guys read a lot of Aristotle?
I do not read a lot of Aristotle, but I've heard that quote. I heard actually a little bit of a different rendition on it. It was about friendship,
Pretty
though.
famous quote about love.
Yeah. I've heard that one, but no, I haven't read a lot of Aristotle.
So for philosophy for the day, I was thinking we talk more about. I wanted to do like a question that because I've been doing a lot of questions. Like usually it's like what I've been thinking about throughout the week, and then I write it down. But I also just kind of want to talk about and to get you know more, or to get you to know you more, Matt. What role does love play in your life, both day to day and in general? Like, what do you see? How do you see love playing a role in your life?
How do I see love
Oh,
playing a
for
role?
both of you guys, this is for everyone.
I mean, you handle that one first. Let me think about this. I gotta think.
Okay. Okay. So not to make it all sad or anything, but I went to a funeral today, and I want to say rest in peace to my uncle Benji. You know, respect to his family, peace and love. Beautiful
Prayers,
funeral.
prayers.
And the pastor he talked about love. No, he talked about a second chance, and then he talked about the power of love. And he said, like, you don't have to go through immense pain and struggle to have a second chance in life. Every day that you wake up is a second chance, is a new opportunity. God willing is a new opportunity. And he said that a lot of people do not understand the power of love. And he talked about love, like basically what we talked about last episode of Big H. Love. We talked about love, like just loving your neighbors when you go through trials and tribulations, and when you may not agree or disagree, and you may be like, oh, this guy, like get away from me, like this person is annoying me or whatever. Still love them, if that makes any sense. And did something that was extremely interesting, and he said, turn to your neighbor and say that you love them. And it was like just turning, I turned to like a random person. I was like, I love you. And it's like in my heart, like I could, like it was strange. Like it was a strange feeling. And it just made me rethink my life and just even my relationships. And it's like a lot of people I have a lot of love for, and I don't demonstrate that love enough.
For real.
Yeah.
And it just made me sit there and just be so grateful and just think, wow. So.
No, I low key, I've been on that a little bit. I didn't know if I would say it's love or gratitude. But yeah, for me, like the love is more of I think it's the self. I'm young, so I'm 23 now, but I think it's more of like the self-sacrifice for the people you love that I kind of think of it now. Like I'm just starting working like 60, 65 hours. And my family owns a business and I'm the oldest, so I'm taking it over. And I think about like just my siblings and what my dad did for me. I was able to go to college, no problems. Credit card swiping, right? And I'm just thinking about how hard that was and how much effort that takes. And I think for me, like my love right now is like putting myself through that struggle of that work. All right, Matt, you got to work 60, 65, 70, 75, 80 hours a week because you're taking over a business and you got to make sure the people behind you can eat, right? And that's how I'm thinking of it, as more of a self-sacrificing way, is how I've been thinking about it. So I go throughout the day and I'm like, God, I don't want to do this task. I really don't. Like, I don't want to go through every unit and get a punch list and do stuff. But I'm like, but that's what needs to be done for the people I love in my life to be able to do what they got to do, to be able to go to school and not worry, to be able to do this and not worry. So that's where my love, and I've actually only been grappling this recently. So I'm like trying to I'm just grappling with that in general. Like, what is my example of love? Because everyone's different. Because some people it's, oh, I'm going to hug and kiss you, this, and this. For me, it's not necessarily that. It's like, I might not hug and kiss you all the time, but I'm doing my part in the background to make sure the people I hold dear, that they got it covered. And that's kind of how I've been using in my life as motivation when I'm like, I don't want to do this, but it's like, this task needs to be done because there's guys behind you.
Totally. Yeah, I love both these perspectives. I think I'm thinking about that, like Amir saying, like I was trying to imagine, like, yeah, saying I love you to like a random person, because at my church, sometimes we'll like do this song where you say like, to you I receive, to you I give, blah blah blah, and everyone looks around as they do it, and you like make eye contact with people and say these things, and that's already kind of like an intimate, nice thing with someone. But to like say I love you to like a random person, you almost like still would probably feel like a connection to that person. The way I'm imagining it, like you probably like really, it was probably really sweet, like looking in this person's eyes and like hearing them say it. Um, yeah, I think that like for me, love is about care, and I think like the self-sacrifice, which you're talking about, like absolutely comes with that care. And like having like the utmost care for someone, like not to say like love other people more than others, but like when it comes to like my family or really close like friends or relationships, like I just feel like like I have like the utmost care for someone. You know
And
what
that care, it's how you express that care is different for everyone, is what I'm realizing.
exactly, yeah.
Right. Like, so mine, like, even though the emotion might stem from the same thing, your display of it could be completely different from mine. It's just different. It doesn't render it different or more useless. One's better or worse. It's just how you love.
And that's why there's people talk about the love languages, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Love, like people really do show and receive love in different ways. And like, sometimes like, the like whole acts of service thing. And it can even be different within certain relationships, like
100%, 100%.
um yeah, I think that connects pretty well. It's interesting.
Absolutely. Hey, I'm just on mute because like there's a little party going on. Like my neighbors are having a little party.
I peeped.
I'm really not trying to mess up their part. You know what I'm saying?
Hey man, well yeah, absolutely. I think that sorry, a little pasta break, bro. This pasta's so good. Um, I think when it comes to this care, I think that we almost have like unconscious care for people. Like if you were to see someone in the grocery store and like you hear like someone say something rude to someone else or like be physically harmful to someone,
Yeah.
you feel a sense of care for that person. Just being a human being, like there's a certain sense of care that we just feel for other humans, which I think comes with loving. I mean, this we're getting into, I'm getting into something else and going on a tangent, but like loving yourself and then loving others and loving the human race, loving people in general. Um,
I always wondered, is it love or is it pity? Which I always question sometimes. Because like when you see someone, is it are you concerned for them because you love them, or are you pitying them? I've never, like, that's not even a jab. That's like a genuine, like, I've never
no, totally.
been.
You gotta ask this question. Yeah, I think the optimist in me just wants to say it's love, but also I do think it's love. I think that the pity comes with the love. You don't like necessarily do you pity someone that you don't truly love? Can you really pity them
Yeah,
as
I mean,
I
I
guess you
feel
can. No,
like
you can, I guess.
because I'll see someone
Or
like let's say
therefore it wouldn't be pity, right? Because you could you could see someone who is an awful human being and like pity them, but not really like feel bad. Like you couldn't like you maybe don't like care as much.
okay, so you're saying when you actually feel that care, it's from love.
Yeah. And the
Okay,
pity can happen whenever.
bro, because I can't sometimes like I can't. It's hard to separate them for me sometimes. I'm like, oh, I feel really bad for that person. Like I'm like, oh, like I want like let's say your example, like something that happens in public. And I'm like, oh, like that's really bad. I want to help. I want to help, but I can't tell if is it like because I'm a good person, quote
Well,
unquote, or is it because
bro, I started thinking about this today because I'm sitting in the grocery store and sometimes I just have wild thoughts and I'm like, what happened? What would happen like if like something, like some sort of create like some awful thing happened, like a shooter or something.
I
Someone's
always be thinking those situations. By the
oh
way,
yeah, for sure. Like
a
I
very stoic principle, but yeah.
like what would you do if someone all of a sudden pulled out a gun and is like just say they're not like just shooting random, like they're just like having an altercation with one innocent person who's just saying it. Like part of me was like feeling like I would try and do something. And I'm thinking, why am I doing it? I don't even know the person. I don't know who's in the right. Is it more so that I care about the person, I care about human life, or me thinking about if I don't do anything, I'm gonna feel bad about this forever. And you know what I mean? Like
Yeah, are you
a
like satisfying your
selfish
own
thing.
ego versus the
Yeah.
genuine act of is it for that
And
person?
exactly. And there's this story. So to respond to those who would say it's like a selfish motivation just to like do the good deed so you feel good about yourself. There's the story of Abraham Lincoln where Abraham Lincoln and this guy are on a train or something, and they see some pigs that had gotten out of like a gate in a farm. And Abraham Lincoln like stops the train or the whatever it was, and they get out and he puts all the pigs back and the guy's like, wow, like good on you, like you really like stopped to do all this. He was like, oh, it's nothing good on me, I did it for my own good because I would have felt bad if I didn't, so I was
Yeah,
just selfish.
yeah, and like so I have a question. So the real question is for me is like, if the outcome's the outcome, right? Let's say let's use that example, right? Let's say that was you, right? You saved the pigs, right? Because you genuinely cared, like actually. And let's say it was come from a place where, like in this scenario, where it was actually out of pure selfless love, and I did it because I was like, nah, I just want bacon in the morning, right?
Yeah.
Right? Does it matter though? Does the emotion, if I could replicate the action, the outcome, does where it actually come from matter? Like that's like what I think about all the time. I'm like, all right, like even if I am selfish, if the outcome's the same, let's say they are the same in this, it's like, well, and I lived an identical life as you, but you were actually good hearted, but I just was for me, but the outcomes were the same. It's like, does it matter though? Does it really matter?
Bro, first of all, real quick, this is the only class me and Amir ever had together at Bates, which is oh my god, bro.
I love the cat though. I love that.
Which was moral luck, right? Was it moral luck and social identity?
Professor Susan Stark, shout out
Best
Professor
professor
Stark.
in
Ever.
the country, in the
100%.
entire world, bro. Genuinely. Um, but yeah, this is the only class we had together talking about like morality and such, and talking about so what you're saying is like, does the outcome matter if they're the same? And we also talked about in the class, like,
Does the attention matter if the outcome's the same?
yeah,
That's
exactly. That's what you're saying. And we also talked about what if the intention is the same, but the outcomes are different. So, like, two guys, we talked about this example. Two guys don't get their brake pads fixed. One of them hits like a child and the other one doesn't. Are they, you know what I mean? But one of them goes to jail, the other one doesn't.
Oh, that's hard. That's hard.
So,
Hard.
That's hard. That's really hard. That's hard.
It's hard.
Ah, just
but as to your point about like,
that's hard actually.
does the intention matter in the outcomes being the same? I think intention does matter because that's really what we're talking about here. You know what I mean? The outcome is kind of irrelevant because all we're really talking about is like, is someone morally just? All that really matters is their intention. For me, intention is 100% what we're talking about. And I'd say to my response to the Abe Lincoln story, like the pigs getting out, blah, blah, blah. The reason that if I stop by and let the pigs back in and I'm like, oh no, it was me being selfish because I would have felt bad. I'm a good person. I'm morally good because I would have felt bad if I did.
Oh, okay. So you're saying that justifies. Yeah, I see your point. I see your point. I see your point. I don't. Yeah, I kind of agree with that. Actually, I do kind of agree with that. Actually, I do agree with that. I do agree with that.
Do you like the fact that like intention is all that matters, or
I think intention. It's the problem is with like all philosophy is it's you can't philosophize life because life ebbs and flows and it's in constant flux, and philosophy is a stagnant thing. Like once you create your philosophy, you're confined to it. I think intention, like for me, sometimes this is a little bit different. Intention sometimes for me doesn't matter as long as the outcome's the same, because sometimes, like I just use work as an example because I'm working a lot recently. And I sometimes think to myself, like, even if I don't feel like I should have certain things that I have in my life, as long as how do I explain this? If I do what I'm supposed to do, I'm going to get the result I want, regardless of my intention, regardless if I feel good or not. Maybe I'm using feel good and not as intention, which are slightly different. But like if I do what a billionaire is supposed to do, I'm going to become a billionaire, regardless if that's my intention or not. If I do a certain set of things, I'm going to be rewarded in that certain way. So if I wake up at 4 o'clock and I go to the gym and I go work for 14 hours a day and do this, I'm going to become successful, whether my intention is to or not. And maybe I'm using intention too similarly with how I feel. But sometimes I don't feel like I should be doing X or X and Y, but I'm like, Matt, it doesn't matter. If you just do what the successful people do, you're going to become successful, whether you feel good or not, or you don't, or whether your intention's this, that, and the other. So for some reasons, I just feel like my intention sometimes doesn't matter as long as I get the result, which can be very like naive in thinking it, because like it might be, but I sometimes just think like I just gotta do what I have to do, and whether I feel good or don't, just stick to it, Matt.
So,
And
Matty, not to cut you off,
no, I was rambling.
but I think this is an interesting point. But just going back to me playing football and just like thinking about the hard work that you put into your craft and your sport, and sometimes it doesn't go your way. So, like, what happens if you put in that work and like just life happens, like it just doesn't go your way? If that makes sense.
I think that's the best. Like the work works on you, man. Like the work works on you. Like you work hard. Like I actually genuinely, I want to be rich, obviously, but like I don't work hard per se because I like working hard or because I like what I do. I work hard because it reveals me to myself. Like that work's working on me. Like I'm figuring out who I am the more I do. So the further I push, the more I realize who I am. So like, yeah, if I work really hard and something doesn't go my way, good. I'll figure out another way to make it happen. And by virtue, I found another avenue. I've gotten better.
Yeah.
And whether I get to where I get to or not, that's not what life's about. It's about actually figuring out who you are. And I think in my life, I think the work will find that for me. And I will find myself through that. So that's why I love the work and I love that. So for me, so like I was kind of say the intention, but I'm kind of mixing intention with how I feel on a given day. So it's not exactly equivalent. But like when I don't feel good and this stuff, I'm like, doesn't matter. It's working on me. When I don't feel good, I like it more because I'm like, oh, this is the hard work. This is what hard feels like. When I feel shitty, I'm like, oh, if I can get past this, I want to make it. I'm gonna do well. And if it doesn't go well, Amir, that's life, and I got to figure out another avenue to get what I want, and that's even better.
Totally. It's like I do think that point is interesting. Like if I'm only gonna become a professional athlete if I do what I need to do, become a professional athlete. And I could do all the things and then be like, what happened? I just did all this training. There's only one universe. And the universe you're in right now, you didn't do what was asked. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And remember what we said with like your love point. what is required for someone is different for another person. You could be just more talented than me, and what's required for you is less. And that's what people don't understand sometimes. Like for love, like I love differently than you. What's required on a given task is different for everyone. So, you know, if you don't become a professional athlete, you just didn't do, I mean, that's not 100% true. There's other things, but you didn't do what was required for you is how I look at it. So when I don't get a result, I'm like, Matt, you're not Mark Zuckerberg, dude. It took him 2 years. It's going to take you 10. It is what it is. You got to keep going for it. You know, everything's different for everyone. You gotta be okay with that. Like, it's not going to happen. You're not a genius unless you are. Right. And it is what it is in that aspect.
Moving inside.
Yeah. I was noticing getting dark out there quick.
Bro.
I peed.
It's just getting so buggy. Man, I love it, bro. We're already on time, bro. We already only have 7 minutes.
Yeah, hey Matt, when you make it big, you might need a little donation. We'll talk. You might need a little sponsor, you know? Buddy.
I'm moving slow. I'm trying, though.
Hey, I hear that. But hey, Big H, I want to get into the sports segment. And the sports segment,
really?
I kind of want to reminisce about me and Matt's
basketball
and our tennis and
basketball.
Yeah. So
he ran that.
Bro, this guy Amir lives off of one. Look at it. You live off of one basketball moment in college. If basketball comes up at the table in comments, all he's talking about is apparently he dropped this dude Rex at you on our team back I don't even know, freshman year. Apparently he broke his ankle.
Dropped this proper drop. Hit him if they look. Kyle Cuff in and out. Hear me? Hit. Dropped him. And I was like,
I've heard the story 10 times.
Hey,
more than 10. You've heard that more than 10. You know,
all 10 times he's done the same noises.
Dude, he's always on
but man, clean break. Clean break.
No, you said he was backpedaling.
But hey, he was trying to keep himself up. It was crazy.
Bro. Anyway, I want to break someone's
ankles. Hey, if you ever break someone's ankles like that, yeah, it's that's crazy to me.
Bro, how many times does this come up where Hayden knows the exact sound effect? It's hilarious.
So much, bro. Yo, I want to hear about other basketball stories.
So, our final time playing basketball. You remember this, man?
I haven't touched the ball since. I haven't touched one since, bro.
Final time playing basketball. So we used to go against, we had some other mates named Nate and Mike. Shout out to Nate and Mike. They're part of the group, part of the squad. And every Friday or Saturday, we would hoop. I'm talking about 2v2. And they were hoopers.
They were varsity, bro. They were varsity. I played squash in the winter. I had no business being on the court.
Yeah. And we just had heart. We just played with heart. So we just played with grit and heart and physical. We were some dogs. That's all we had.
We just throw a shot up, and our mindset was it's not going in. Get the rebound.
Get the rebound.
That's what we were saying.
Hear me chucking it up. Get the rebound.
Amir we'd be sprint into that bucket, man.
We would put it all on the line. And the last game that we played, they won the first one, and it was because we had played in 21. It was what was it? I think it might have been 19 or 20.
We won the first game to 7. So we played a game series to 7. We won, and Amir and I were on their ass because y'all play ball and you lost. We'll run it back. We took them to game it was game 7. We're down by, they get a lay. So we're down by 1. So their ball, we got to defend this. Amir cramps, bro. Hamstring out. Amir's
stopped, right?
Huh?
They stopped though, right?
Yeah, they stopped, but we couldn't play on because Amir was Matt, I'm out. What? I'm like, dude, last point, game 7. I'm like, Amir, you got to stand up. I'm like, I'll get the stop. I'll get the stop. I'm just, Matt, I'm out.
Bro.
Hey, no, Big H. Hey, that cramp was hey, we had to call Campo. We
had to stretch him out.
No way, bro.
We had to call Campo, bro. Hey, I
Been on a stretcher for a cramp, bro.
I couldn't move it.
He couldn't move. So it was actually hilarious.
It's so interesting. Some people just get more cramps than others in sports. Like I've never, like I get cramps here and there, but like I've never just like stopped a game because I'm getting a cramp. I've never gotten one during a sport.
H, if you got this cramp, you trust me. This cramp. I'm not even Matt. Matt saw me. I was on the ground for a good 30 minutes.
Dude, I thought he like fucking pulled the hamstring off the bone. He was like, ah.
I was done, bro. I was
like, Bates is over. I thought Bates was gonna resend the offer. I was
100%. Hey, I thought the offer was done.
But we ended up losing. But dude, we had these guys game 7, and we actually never finished. Is actually what happened. So we actually never know what was gonna happen. But no, we took these guys to game 7 again. We won the first time, and we were like, your ass. Amir, we were swearing by it. I was like, if Amir doesn't cramp, we win that. Probably not. But I was swearing we were winning that game.
That's so funny. Wait,
hey,
so
what a time in our lives, man.
Dude, it was so easy, man. I look back and I was like, you actually had no worries. Even in college too. Like I was not as much, but I was stressing sometimes, not as much in high school. It was we had everything was for the taking, man. There was no stress. Like your homework, I got rent now. Like your homework was your science homework was the big issue. I look back and I'm like, what were we stressing about? We should have had more fun. I should have been more aware of how good those times were.
It's all perspective. Literally.
I look back and I'm like, damn, we really had it made.
Guys stressing about homework, like,
dude. Homework. I look back, man. Like, dude, those springs when we were just all together outside over the vista, just looking at the views, like kind of like the farm. You know how it is, Hayden. When you get those views on the sunset, like you're just grateful, just straight up. You're like, damn.
Totally, bro.
Mercy.
Yeah, I mean, bro, it's all perspective, bro. It's like, you know, problems are almost incomparable. You know, it's like.
That's a great way.
They're just as big as they are up here, you know? So it's like whatever problems are now too, it's like although it may feel that way, you know, things are good if they're good up here.
I like that.
It's hard.
That's a very good way to put it.
That's why we study philosophy, because it's very hard, bro.
Well, look, and we got 30 seconds. I thought you had me an hour. I thought I had the hour segment. I guess not.
You need that donation, man. You need that check.
No, I appreciate you guys. Amir, thank you for calling me out.